We have a major situation here in Texas evolving over the southern border and a potential civil war. And even the Texas lieutenant governor responds about a potential civil war. And they're very concerned about this because we have a standoff happening right now between Texas and the federal government. Because remember that the Supreme Court actually ruled that the federal government should be allowed to cut down the barbed wire, and Texas is not letting them do it. In fact, Texas is actually installing more barbed wire. Remember, actually, in the past, we actually had Texas and actually a lot of Texans saying that they should secede from the United States, which would actually create a lot of problems. There'd be no military for the Texas, besides maybe the Texas military. And Texas is now defying the Supreme Court and the federal government. Take a listen here to what the Texas lieutenant governor says in response to questions about a potential civil war. Here we go.
Senator Pete Flores passed this bill that now in Texas, when we arrest you, you're an American citizen, a minimum of 10 years in prison if you're a smuggler. But imagine that, 13,000 smugglers, almost all U.S. citizens, 90%, in coordination with the cartels. That's why, Maria, when I say it's an invasion, it is an invasion. It's a cartel army. You know, the founders never dreamed we'd have a president like this one who would just open the door to everyone. And they said, well, invasion if an army came. Well, we're facing an army. We're facing an army. And they're well armed, they're well coordinated, they're making millions and millions of dollars off of Joe Biden. Don't mess with Texas. We're serious about securing our border, and I'm glad the president stood down on Friday and did not confront us. That would be the wrong thing to do. We don't want a confrontation, and they shouldn't want a confrontation. We're just doing our job. Let us do our job.
Because, I mean, what is this going to turn into a civil war? I mean, you've got the Texas rights versus federal rights, both sides with guns.
And we believe constitutionally we are right. We have a right to defend our citizens. We have a right to defend this country. And we're just doing the job. This whole idea of Shelby Park, that they would come there, is just ludicrous. Look, these young men and women who serve our National Guard and our DPS, these are the best of the best. Why would he want to send anyone down to confront them? I'm glad they stepped down, but they need to do the job. And the only reason he's paying attention now is because of the election in November. That's the only reason he's paying attention.
And as of right now, Texas is not allowing the federal government in to cut this barbed wire. You can let me know your thoughts on this. I don't see very many people that think that they should actually let them go in, cut this barbed wire, and actually let illegal immigrants go in and cross the border illegally and just run through the border and come in illegally and not come in through the legal process. In fact, the Texas lieutenant governor actually said that they don't know of, he said any, but I would say very many probably, that are actually making it through illegally since they've been having this barbed wire up. If you see that stuff, it's pretty serious. Take a listen here to what Texas Governor Greg Abbott has to say.
You've tried convoys. You have done everything humanly possible. So your state, with its constitutional right, has put up the razor wire. They take you to court on that. And now they set up a confrontation between your National Guard and federal border troops. Now, I don't think either side of that equation wants to be enemies. They're all on the same side, aren't they?
They are, and as you pointed out, and as Border Patrol Council and Border Patrol members have made clear to Texas and to myself, they want to have nothing to do with regard to tearing down that razor wire or tearing down the barriers that Texas has erected for one simple reason, and that's because they are working. Border Patrol says that what Texas has done to secure the border actually makes their job even easier. The only resistance we're facing is coming from Joe Biden. Know this, Sean, and that is Joe Biden is in violation of federal law that already exists. For one, he is not living up to his duty to deny illegal entry across the border. Instead, he's aiding that illegal entry. The second thing is he's not, once people do cross the border, he is not detaining them as he's required by law. Instead, he's giving mass parole across the country. Because Joe Biden is not enforcing the federal immigration laws, that gives Texas the right, under that Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution, to defend ourselves from imminent harm or from an invasion. So Texas has every constitutional right in this case, and I believe when the sun sets on this, Texas will be vindicated and the Constitution will be strengthened.
You know, and the problem here is this continues to go on. The Texas Lieutenant Governor says they have counted 8 million people that have gotten in there, and that is only the amount of people that they have caught and that have came in to the U.S. That doesn't count the people that they haven't caught that have potentially gotten into the United States and have a hearing or something along those lines, okay? So they don't, it doesn't count the people that they don't know of that have gotten into the United States. So it could be 10 million plus. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this. It's a lot of people. And the Texas Lieutenant Governor says that he believes Joe Biden has done this because they could be voters for Joe Biden. And that this could be the potentially 7th largest state of undocumented voters if they were to put all these people into a state. It would make the 7th largest state. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of people either way. It's astounding. It's astounding. So it's literally a head scratcher here. The problem here is that these southern states are bursting at the seams. And, you know, we've had these southern states, sending some of these people to the northern states, like New York and Chicago and stuff like that. And you see these northern states like New York and Chicago, declaring states of emergencies, and they're only getting a small fraction of the illegal migrants being sent there, and you see how they react. It's mind-boggling, right? Yeah, and with wintertime here, most of these people don't have places to go, places to live, and or jobs. Wow. So, I'll keep you up to date here on the situation. Texas, obviously irate about the situation, and thoughts of civil war on the minds of a lot of people. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I'll keep you up to date. Thank you for liking and share this video with anybody that needs to hear this information. Subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos that come out here on our YouTube channel every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click the bell icon after subscribing. It's completely free to do so you don't miss out on new videos. Click here to see new attacks from Iran that just happened on Americans. Or click here to see new money changes from Congress and the IRS that probably will affect your wallet. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.